is one of those rare, happy circumstances that Ferrari's least expensive model, the Roma, is also its prettiest. It is simply the most stunning Grand Touring coupe to exist in the last 20 years. Something I don't take lightly. Being an ardent Anglophile, I've always worshipped at the altar of Aston Martin, but I would happily switch churches and join the Church of Roma. This little car, which Ferrari calls a 2+, not a 2+2, because you're not going to get anybody in the back seats, is not quite what Ferrari considers a sports car. It is a sports car. It has features that are designed to promote elegant touring, elegant cruising. It also has a twin-turbo 3.9-liter V8 that puts out 612 horsepower and will power this little sucker to 100 kilometers an hour in 3.4 seconds. So much for being easygoing. The Roma's F1 controls have been set into the central console in a modern metal plate that references an equally iconic feature from the past, the classic gear lever gate. This element is angled to make it easier for the driver to reach and see. The new steering wheel is designed using the eyes on the road, hands on the wheel philosophy. The digital instrument cluster is protected by a binnacle which extends out naturally from the dash. The instrumentation is now entirely digital, with all the screens completely black when the car is not running, lending the cabin a very minimalist look. But once the engine start button on the steering wheel is pushed, what Ferrari calls a ceremony of sorts begins that sees all the digital components gradually springing to life until the whole cockpit is aglow. The instrument cluster comprises a single 16-inch HD screen that is curved to make it easier to read. In the default screen, the navigation and audio screens surround the large circular tack. The new steering wheel introduces a series of multi-touch controls that allow the driver to control any aspect of the car without ever taking hands off the wheel. Traditional controls include the 5-position Maranello headlights, windshield wipers, and indicators. The new haptic controls include a touchpad on the right-hand spoke of the steering wheel that allows the driver to navigate the central cluster screens, while voice and adaptive cruise control are on the left. Pricing is interesting. As I said, this is the entry-level model. So it starts at $251,655. Can you get a Roma for $251,655? Not really. For instance, this particular vehicle has almost $70,000 worth of options, which takes it up to $320,000, and it's still a bargain. If you look inside that cabin, just about everything in there is an option. The carbon fiber steering wheel, an option. The headliner, an option. The seats, an option. But that's okay, because it is a stunning, stunning automobile. How much do I like the looks of this vehicle? Well, I could stand here and try and explain the cab-rearward look, the long hood, the tiger shark nose. But you know what? It's best if I just let my videographer pan over the car and you can take it in and decide for yourself. The car is actually ridiculously easy to drive. I have to admit, I spent my first hour in it treating it like it was a newborn. But after about that hour, I got used to the rhythm of it. The ride is actually exceptional for something that is this small and this sporty. It doesn't exactly glide over bumps, but it doesn't punish you either. Of course, it has paddle shifters. I mean, there is an automatic mode. That in traffic tends to upshift early and gives it one of the less pleasant aspects of the car. It tends to get a little jerky in traffic. Switching to manual mode and using the paddle shifters, the car comes to life. It's probably happiest in manual. The Portofino is the successor to the California T, and it was delightful in its own way. But this is a more complete automobile. Part of it is the hardtop shape. It's quieter, it's smoother, but it also looks so much better. If somebody threw me the keys to a 488, would I complain? No. But if you ask me my preference, I'll keep it simple. I'll keep it relatively inexpensive for a Ferrari and simply say that the Roma makes me the happiest I've been in many years. For Driving.ca, I'm Brian Harper.